Hello, I'm Lauren Bouchard, and I was co-creator and director of Home Movies. This extra is... Why is my head doing that? This extra is for season 4 box set, and season 4 is also our last season. So to kind of bring it all the way back around, I thought it'd be interesting to just take a few minutes and look and listen, mostly listen, to the earliest materials we have from the very, very beginning of the show. This first clip is just a little snippet from Brendan Small's audition. It's just to give you a little taste of the guy as he presented himself before we even knew anything about the character he was going to play. It's surprisingly, to my ear, very similar. I think his he'd already found his voice, and so we just borrowed it for this character, or he loaned it to us, I should say.
And they just had this half-hour-long special on dogs that catch frisbees. And these dogs are incredible. And they had this thing where the owner throws a frisbee in front of him, the dog runs up the guy's back and leaps off his shoulders and catches the frisbee. And at this point, I'm watching it, and I notice that I'm crying. And I don't even know why. This showed this dog in slow motion just catching frisbees, and then big dogs and little dogs. And they had
this next clip is the kids improvising together. The first clip, you'll hear them just in character, goofing around, trying to make a movie. There's also a microphone that's live in the control room, and so you're hearing me and some people we invited to just come listen to the recording session, laughing and interacting occasionally with the actors. This is a way to just kind of give the actors a feeling that they're performing for a real audience. It doesn't go on tape, except in this case. I've included that track in the mix, just so you can hear it. This day was, I'm going out of order. The day actually started with Brendan and Coach McGurk doing their scenes, and that went very well. I want to save it for last, for this extra. So I'm starting in the middle with Jason, Melissa, and Brendan kind of getting a feel for each other.
I'm Dr. Jason, and I release the spider and rule the world.
Not so fast, Dr. Jason. Because I'm coming. Feel free, Josie, Princess Josie.
Wow, Mr. Brendan, we work well together to save humans.
Say good, say we work well together.
Wow, Mr. Brendan, we work well together as a team of equals to fight crime together.
Cut. Okay, that you guys. That's pretty good.
Girls can do everything boys can do.
I know. This is wonderful. This is great. You know, when you start directing your own lady movies, this is you're gonna be wonderful, and you're really learning a lot about acting. But let me just tell you something about. You're wrecking my entire
I don't think so. I mean, I was thinking about Madame Melissa, and I was thinking about Mr. Brendan. I just thought
Melissa,
you would want me to.
No, this is okay.
To stay true to the character.
No, I don't want to say you're not doing a good job, but you're really wrecking my movie. You know, this is something that I spent all this morning trying to think of that line.
Brendan.
Yeah, Jason, I'm gonna need you to sit down.
Was I good in it?
You were. Okay, Melissa, hold on. Jason, that was the best performance by a human being.
I have to go number 2.
Jason, you take 5. All right, man.
Brendan,
I
you
want that
better
to
walk him
interfere
to the
with.
bathroom.
Jason, I'll walk you to the bathroom. Can you just sit tight for a second, buddy?
Once my mother, because I couldn't go to number 2. Once my mother put her finger in it and it helped it go. Melissa, don't cover your eyes. It's just a story.
It's a true story, and it's disgusting.
Okay.
Let's do another take.
It is.
It was healthy because if number 2 doesn't come out, you die.
This next clip is really boring. It's I hesitate to include it because it's just a creative, conversation, I guess, about what to do next, how to handle the scene. But I just, I found it I paused over it when I was going back over these old tapes, and you really get to hear these guys working it out, and a little bit from me. And, here's where you get a sense of how the kids are going to make these movies and how that part of the show was going to work. And, it evolved over time, but in some ways the bones of it are laid down right here in this conversation.
You reconvene on Saturday to shoot a new movie, which Brendan has written, and it's called Betrayal or something like that.
All right, are all the movies going to be chaos then?
No, I think you should. No, I think we should. It's okay to do that to figure out what's going on, but then we should have one that runs relatively smoothly.
This one I would think would be maybe if Brendan kills McGurk or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I've Jason
Oh, you know what'd be
plays
funny?
McGurk,
Exactly.
and-
Remember I was talking about like if I were like in prison and like I have like these two kind of like Nazi prison guards that are telling me that I shouldn't have killed him. Yeah, it's like an after the fact type thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If they were what?
So the scene takes place after you've already killed
I'm in
him.
jail. I'm in like, it's like a black and white. I'm in jail and it's kind of like raining,
You've lost a lot of weight for the role.
Yeah, I lost a lot of weight. I'm like Joaquin Phoenix, right? Yeah, and I'm just like crazy at this point.
Right.
Like McGurk.
Brendan, if it was like you actually had a French title.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
It
if
was translated into English as like French for betrayal.
yeah, what if I had one of you guys speaking something that sounded like a foreign language? And like
And there's going to be subtitles.
yeah, there'd be subtitles or something, or like
You have
another
a French,
figure.
like a French.
Yeah.
What's French for betrayal? Anybody know? French?
Anybody know?
French betrayal.
You could just say it with a French accent.
Yeah, say it with a French accent.
Betrayal.
Betrayal. Yeah.
Betrayal. Oui.
All right,
All right.
good. So prison guard, one's your mother, one's prison guard.
Yeah, you're my mom and you're my. Okay.
I'm your mother.
Okay. Here's the thing. You're my mother, Melissa.
Got it.
Right. You're the prison guard, right, Jason?
I'm coming to visit you in the prison because I'm your mother.
You feel horrible for what I've done. I've done something terrible. How come we're in France? Because that's where dramatic things take place. Okay. Right, okay, here goes. Guard! Guard!
Yes.
Hello, guard.
Hello.
I could use some water and some bread, for I haven't had any in weeks.
There's someone here to see you.
Mother,
Son, you look so thin.
yes, I lost a lot of weight here at the prison.
French.
Yes, here in France.
For this next clip, for these series of clips, I wanna go way out of order. This is actually from episode 2, from the archives of episode 2. But you get to hear in these clips the birth of Dwayne. Dwayne was an unplanned character, so to speak. Brendan was recording guitar tracks, and it was just me and him in the studio, and he was playing various versions of the home movies theme, and he started playing with this heavy distorted sound that we both liked, and he was having fun with that, and it sounds like this. Then he played Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne, and I got very excited because I like Crazy Train, and I think it was the first time that I realized that Brendan, the real Brendan Small, is a kind of a reformed metalhead, I guess you'd call it. I knew he was a good guitar player, but I didn't know the extent to which he was a shredder, as he would say. I think I sound like his grandfather all of a sudden. But anyway, that moment when he was playing Crazy Train very well, and we were having fun with this idea of using heavy guitar in home movies. That suddenly, I think it seemed obvious to both of us that we could actually build a character around that and just drop him in. It would be very easy for Brendan to double up and play this metalhead teenager who the character Brendan would use to score his films.
You decided to move to our small town.
Well, that's why did you? I mean, a guy like you. I know, I don't like to talk about anything. You're very tight-lipped about your past. I get that a lot. Right. Yeah. Why? Hey, how are you guys doing? Fine, but what about your past? It's best you don't know too much about...
There's one thing I do know, and that's that it's somebody's birthday.
Happy birthday, Brendan. Guys. Yeah.
Make a wish.
Speech. No. Speech. What'd you say? Speech. No.
Speech.
No, I can't do it. Speech. No, speech. No, you wouldn't like me when I give it speech.
Real quick, I just want to play you an actor finding a voice, because this is also something that's on tape. We rolled from we were just picking up one line of Dwayne saying "I gotta go." We were adding it into episode 2, but you hear Brendan, sort of playing around and using different voices, and we also didn't even know his name, and you can hear Brendan suggest Dwayne in this clip, so might as well play it.
Hey, I gotta go. Wait, that sounds too much like my other character. Hey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Hey, I'm gonna go. I'm going now. Let's get a better dickhead name. About Dwayne, or what about some guitarist name or somebody? Dwayne. Okay. All right. Hey, I'm gonna get out of here. All right.
Hey, thanks for coming. I'll see you tomorrow, Dwayne.
Okay, I'll see you.
This next series of clips is all Brendan and Coach McGurk. This is actually the first thing we recorded the first day, and it's the first time that John and Brendan had met. And I'm just going to walk you through a couple sections of this, and I think elsewhere on this disc we're going to include the entire session, start to finish, no cuts, and it could be really boring or it could be interesting. I'm not sure. I guess it depends on what kind of mood you're in and what you're looking for here. But I like it. I'm entertained by it. I think it's remarkable what these guys did, and it's nice to hear them. In this clip I'm about to play, you can hear them talking, figuring out what they're going to do, just kind of warming up. And also notice they slip. There's no moment when we say action. They are talking to each other and to me in their real voice, and then all of a sudden they're in the scene, which is something that these guys do a lot.
Dynamic gonna immediately be that he's better than me in some, or I'm inferior, or will we be able to? Will that be a neat change to show later on happening?
Yeah, what exactly do you want to start with about what they're doing? Well, obviously they're at soccer practice, right?
Right. The question is, if they didn't start out as angry at each other or hating each other as much, maybe even if they joked around a little bit, but I turn on a dime when I find out he's dating my mom, right?
Well, I think that if they're gonna if it takes Brendan aside, maybe maybe Brendan's having
I'm gonna be
having a couple problems with
fullback too.
Well, you can't be fullback.
Why not?
Well, because we have a fullback.
Yeah, but it's either the bench or the fullback because I can't run very good.
Well, it's the bench then.
But
Brendan, the point is that we have a player right now who's set. Timmy Kaczynski is going to be fullback. He tried out for that. He's going to play that.
But there are two fullbacks.
Really?
There are two. That's why we've been losing so many games, Coach.
This next
Brendan, that's not the point.
clip is just. I just want to say this about it. It's the great skill that these actors have. I think is on display here. You can hear them not just trying to be funny, but appreciating each other, I guess. In particular, you hear Coach McGurk kind of appreciate Brendan in character. I don't know if that makes sense. But of course it's what, it's that element that is the show, essentially. I mean, it's the heart of the entire series, that Coach McGurk can be who he is, but it can appreciate Brendan and vice versa. So I think this clip demonstrates it, and it's kind of the first moment that it happened, and it was spontaneous, and I guess I'm just glad and lucky that things that these two actors kind of connected in this way.
How about this? I invent my own position.
What would that be?
I call it guy who sits on the grass.
Brendan, that's not really part of the
I would
soccer.
survey the entire field.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch for the ball, and then eventually I'd go, there it is. There it goes.
You're a weird kid, Brendan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I like that, though. I like weird. I can get into it. I got no problems with that. I got a lot of weird kids on this team. It doesn't bother me.
This last clip is longer, and partly it's I think it's funny just because they got on a good run, and you can hear them drop in and out of character and kind of invent the scene as it would actually end up in the show. And I've talked before about what goes into the audio editing process, finding a moment from here and a moment from there and gluing them together, something that's unique to animation and audio because continuity is not an issue. I couldn't cut this videotape that I'm recording right now as finely and as freely as we are able to cut digital audio. And then animate to that track. So part of what's interesting here, or interesting to me, hopefully to you, is hearing the scene develop and just and play out, and just hear them finding these jokes that I think turned out really funny. But I don't want to focus on that so much as I also want to just kind of again congratulate all of us. Back then, on happening across this process, and it just happened at the right time. And in some ways, it's actually really embarrassing to hear it now, because I don't think I would do it again. It's a lot to ask of a group of people to invent a show together and to share the vision and to kind of negotiate in this way. It actually is. It's much easier to write a script and kind of follow that, at least as a roadmap. This worked very well, though. It's nice to hear it now, all these years later, and it's nice to remember what it was like that first day when we were just kind of naively optimistic and stepping into the booth with just the barest idea of what we were doing. It's nice. I think it's probably the most natural piece of work that I'm likely to do, and maybe all of us. So I'll play it out, and then you can hear and see the scene as it ended up. The first scene of the first show between Coach McGurk and Brendan. Take it away.
Well, that's how I was at soccer. That's just what I was thinking right now, because I sucked and I knew it, and I wasn't embarrassed by it. Yeah, but I mean, I guess I could be. I'll find that part of me really quick. Give me a second. Okay, got it. Yeah.
All right. Small, get in here.
Hello.
Hello. Small, when I call you in here, don't say hello to me every time. All right?
Okay.
You don't have to say hello.
I know.
All right? We said hello earlier. Now go back out there and come back in. Don't say hello. All right? Come on.
Okay.
Small! Get in here.
Sir, yes, sir.
Small, you're a weird kid. I don't know what you're doing out there. What are you doing out there?
Yeah. Oh, the guy gave...
Take a minute to get your breath, Small.
Okay.
And don't breathe all over me.
I'll breathe over here.
Tell me what you're doing out there, Small.
Okay, here's what happened.
Because in my mind, and I'm a soccer coach. Soccer's played with a ball.
Right.
Right? Whenever the ball comes to you, you don't run the opposite direction, all right?
Okay.
You play with the ball.
Right.
The ball's not going to hurt you.
No.
Why are you running away from the ball?
I wasn't trying. I was trying to run towards the goal.
I'll tell you something, Brendan.
What's that?
This is a piece of philosophy that a coach of mine gave me when I was a kid.
Right.
I didn't play soccer when I was a kid.
No.
My sport was baseball.
That's a totally different...
But listen to me, Brendan. He said...
Right.
He said to me...
Yeah.
There are 9 players on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's pretty good advice he gave.
Wait a minute.
Right.
What the hell did he say? He said there are 9 players on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Man, soccer's a great game.
What do you say? Look at this. It's a tattoo. What's that? I'll go, I don't know. You go, me too.
Right. All right, Brendan, I'm going to show you something, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this will give you a little incentive, all right, to get out there and play great.
No, good. Okay.
All right?
All right, good.
Look at my arm right there. You see that? It's
Yeah.
a tattoo. It says, I love Mom.
Right.
All right? Now you go out there and play great.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. I got that when I was 18 years old.
Uh-huh.
All right? At a tattoo parlor in Laconia, New Hampshire. All right? I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
I regret it. Because this tattoo don't come off.
Right. Right.
All right? I have a tattoo of a cow's head because I love that cheese then. It had the cow on it. So I get the cow, I go in there, I'm a little drunk. And I go in there and I say, give me that cow head from that cheese. I love that cheese. And the guy said, fine. I show him the cheese.
Right.
He copies it, he puts it on my arm.
Uh-huh.
Now I have a cheese cow on my arm, Brendan. Don't get a tattoo. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Play soccer. Brendan, take a look at my chest.
I gotta go, Mr. McGurk.
No, I'm serious. Look at that.
No, that's nice, Mr.
You know what that is right there?
Get back on
That's
the
the
field.
woman from the Chiquita Banana. I got that tattooed on my chest. I'm an idiot. I got trademark products all over my body. It's like going to a market because I was drunk one night.
Wow.
Don't live like me.
Right.
All right? Now you go out there and play great.